This is the extended version of a choice to be made out of choice A and choice B. Hello, I'm Avalon Kisby. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is where I try and add a little bit more of an explanation and a little bit more value to the very short TikToks that I get to do. If you are new to visiting me here, welcome. And I do invite you to subscribe as I try and post on here daily. So we are going to be using 4 decks today. The first 2 are the Star Tarot, and then we have Antique Anatomy Tarot. And we are going to be pulling in a couple of Oracle decks. We'll use my newest Oracle, the Oracle of Avalon, and potentially I might even use these cards too, the Cosmic Oracle. Okay, another of my designs. You can find the links below for all of these decks. Okay, so for these ones, they're going to be listed under my top 6 favorite tarot decks. And then the Oracle cards you will find under the Oracle card section. This is, again, a last call for tarot classes that start on Saturday. The Antique Anatomy class is full, so I do only have room for the basic tarot class, okay? So what did we pull? We pulled Temperance on this card, okay? This is choice A. Now, even on this beautiful card, we can see that there are 2 different paths for you to travel, 2 different choices, okay? And you may be wondering, shall I or shan't I? You can see that we have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Do I or don't I? And you can see how the cups, they fill one cup to the other, and then they will turn that round and they will fill that cup back into this one here. So again, it is saying, shall I or shan't I? To whatever this subject is about, whether this is a person or a career choice, it feels like there is a deep connection. Do you see how this foot is in the water here? And we see how there's the celestial realm here. Okay, there's a deep spiritual connection to this one. And we'll see that more in the cards that we've pulled. With this one, we had 3 cards that popped out straight away, this choice B. This might be the more obvious choice to some initially. There's a clear knowing, and there seems to be a clear path on this one, or at least one that would seem to manifest itself into physical reality, that is speaking of something that is very grounded and that will hold a commitment. A more direct path with this. It also seems to have its own energy moving forward, quite a fast energy that has momentum. It's gathering momentum is what this feels like. Okay. I also want to mention with this one here that it is also showing that though there are 2 paths, we see the mountains in the background, and the mountains are symbolic of obstacles that you may feel are in the distance, things that you will have to overcome. And yet I want to point out, though both of these paths are windy, do you see how clear the path has been made? Those obstacles have been removed in both circumstances. The next card that we pulled on this side was the Queen of Wands, and then on this side we pulled Temperance, the same card that we had pulled on this side, okay? The Queen of Wands here, whichever subject we are talking about, whether again this is a person or a career or a business idea, this is something to which you feel highly passionate. The rod here is symbolic of being connected to the higher realms, to your higher self, to God, the universe, whatever is your choice of words to be used there. There is this direct connection. And we can see that there is passion that is growing, starting as a seed, and it is growing. and it's going to come to the point where it cannot be denied and it will have to be expressed. You see how it's coming to the throat chakra? There is no way around it. There is something that will have to be expressed from this subject. Even if you choose to move forward with this one, there is something that you will have to look at with this one. Again, it does suggest to me that there is this very deep, spiritual, otherworldly connection to this subject. Maybe you meet in dreams or through meditation, or there's inspiration that comes through this otherworldly experiences, is what this feels like. The Temperance card on this pile feels extremely balanced. Do you see in this card there is a little bit of unbalance, and it is suggesting that balance is needing to be found. In this card, the Temperance card is balanced. Do you see how it's almost identical energy that's mirrored? Is how this feels. The next card we pulled on this pile was the Seven of Swords in reverse. And on this pile we pulled the Nine of Rods. Okay? With this choice here, you may wonder, is it an illusion? Do you see how this is reflected in the water? Again, I'm not really noticing the water. To me, it's very symbolic of truly seeing somebody for their real colors, if this is talking about a person, or of being connected to something in another dimension. Look, there's a clear divide. Do you see that? And you may wonder, is this something that I can trust to come to be into a physical reality, or is this only meant to be something in this higher dimension? This is where you may pose questions, and this might be the challenge. I also want to go back. Sorry, if this is about a person, they may present to the world in this way, and yet you see them as their rawest, most vulnerable state. You know it, and you adore them and you love them for this, is how this feels. On pile B, there is something that you are building together. Now, the Nine of Rods does not normally speak of building together. It is usually talking about overcoming challenges time and time again. And if this is a person, both you and them may have overcome challenges time and time again. Or if this is a business that you are trying to create, or a career, you have maybe had to get up many times and start over. But you can see that this is building, it is coming together, it is entwining, maybe entwining with others who are going to help you on your path, or entwining with another, and you're going to hold steady together. You're going to be the linchpin for many. The Four of Wands on this side, and this side we have the Knight of Cups. The Four of Wands. The Four of Wands, here we see this path again. Do you see this path? And then the mountains in the background. The mountains are in the background because they've maybe already been overcome. And now you're coming into your abundance with this option here. The Four of Wands is also, for those who have seen my readings will know that I say this time and time again, it is talking of stability. It is known as the 11-11 card. So a divine counterpart, if this is speaking of a person, someone with whom you know that you have an infinite connection with, and there looks like there will be abundance within this connection. If this is for a business or a career, likewise, there is much stability and much abundance that can be had from this. There could even be something to do with a new building or a home with this, but certainly stability, abundance, perhaps a partnership coming together, a recognition in physical form. The Knight of Cups. Love that's coming to you. This is somebody or something that you love. Gosh, either of these piles is it's very challenging to make a choice. Do you have to make a choice? Can you somehow work this out so that everything... How does this end? Let's have a look. Let's ask. Let's ask that. Let me see. I will put all of these cards back in and shuffle. Spirit, how does it end with this one? Like, what happens? What happens? Well, we've had one card come out. We've had the King of Wands. We had the Queen of Wands before, and now we have the King of Wands. Someone who's going to meet you, a partner of some kind, whether this is a business partner or a romantic and destined soul connection. This person meets you the same way, and they're very protective over this energy. They're also highly connected in the spiritual realms to you. And this one, please, Spirit, what do we need to know about the outcome of this? What do we need to know, please? Oh my gosh. Not to make it any more difficult, but we have the Wheel of Fortune. They are everything. They, or this subject, is everything. It challenges you mentally, and there is a mental connection and forward movement. There's action here. This talks about the abundance and a physical connection. This talks about a heart connection and loving what it is that you do or who you're with. And this speaks of the passion and of the sexual component, the creative energy of this. Everything manifesting with this one. Let's pull Oracle. Spirit, what can you tell us of this connection here, please, or of this option? What can you tell us of this option, please? Protection, I've said that. They're very protective of you. Let me see. Anything else, please? Thank you. Protection and the kiss. Oh my gosh. A promise sealed. Endearment secured. A promise sealed. There's going to be some sort of commitment with this. Some sort of arrangement that's made, whether this is in business, this could be a signing of a contract, that there's a deal that is going to be sealed with this one, and a very protected, this could be a companion, an angel. This person may feel like an angel to you, protecting you, defender or guardian. So beautiful. You'll be very protected on this path if this is the path that you choose. Spirit, what do you say of this connection? I'm actually going to put these back in because they must all be there in case. We never know what Spirit wants to tell us. Spirit, what can you tell us of this one, please? What can you tell us of this one, please? We have heart chakra. There's so much love within this one. Okay, and chemistry. So beautiful. We spoke of this chemistry here, all of it, having all of the components, and here it is shown again, this chemistry between you. Magnetism, allure, and a heart chakra. There's complete balance. This one feels so balanced and so grounded. It's beautiful. Well, that hasn't been conclusive in how this works. What do you think? What are your feelings? I have feelings that this one, this one cannot be denied. This one cannot be denied, and yet this one seems to be moving ahead in the physical. Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear what insight you have on this. Sending each of you so much love. Take care for now.